Welcome everyone to qualifier number 2, King of the KOTH6. Now, finally, we got it rolling. We had some issues with some players, so now we are down to only 4 players here in King of the Hippo, and we are fighting on Amistad. That's kind of a map similar to Migration when it comes to outside islands and center control. We are fighting for this beautiful monument, and with me will be Mr. Will Work for Ice Cream. What will we see here?
Hi guys, I'm Will Work for Ice Cream. What we're seeing right off the bat is Snippy is going all in, and he has already got villagers going to the monument.
Yes.
It looks like everybody else is kind of staying on their own little island, dropping a lumber camp right off the bat. But Snippy, in his true to usual form, is kind of playing outside of the box compared to other people.
Yeah, and he's going for that to get extra resources. As you can see, every second you're controlling the wonder, you get 1 wood, 1 food, 1 gold, and 1 stone extra. So he's controlling that for a solid 45 seconds now, and already got quite a nice amount of resources. At the other time, everyone else is going for the TC start on their own island here. Oh wait, green is going for the center as well.
Yeah, does Snippy not bring his scout, or...
Snippy is already scouting. Snippy, you mean?
Right. You spawned the scout on this map?
His scout is in the center of the map.
Oh, okay. I just can't see it. All right, that makes me feel better.
And he is now walling that center, so he should be off to a good start. Green is building the TC on the mainland as well, and we talked some about the civilizations in the intro. What do you feel? Players had the choice between Mongols, Vikings, Saracens, and Goth, and we have double Mongols, double Vikings.
I think I would take Mongols over Vikings in this situation. I'm not super sure about any of the choices anymore. Like I said, maybe on this map Goths would have worked. Like I said, I'm pretty biased for Goths just because I think they are the ultimate king of the hill civ. But I don't know. I think Saracens would have been a good choice.
You really can't see the scout. Is it a bug?
I do not.
It's close to the center. Press idle military key.
No, I can't see it. It's just, I have it's standing right next to that lady, according to the thing. I can select it with idle villager or with idle military, but I can't click on it. And it just doesn't show up on my thing. I thought it was crazy that he only brought 4 villagers. And I'm like, well, at least bring your scout,
it's not completely walled. That's sloppy. It shouldn't matter too much because he obviously will control the center for quite some time.
Who is he fighting against? Is there another scout
green.
In there?
Yeah, I can see everything. Like there's an orange scout,
can't see scouts. So
a green scout going
just
down.
Invisible, so that is fun.
Oh man, I think I want to have your view even.
I thought that he was just attacking his own scout for a second because all of a sudden one of his villagers just starts stabbing the air, and all right. Which is crazy because I could see scouts in previous games.
Okay, that's so weird.
See how that goes. Maybe. Hopefully, I can see other military units. But
okay, so what's the scoreboard showing? What's your question? Like over this, that's the score and the population of the player. Highest population is Red, who just stayed at home, built the TC as fast as possible, and is now going for some ship as well. So he might have a pretty strong army here as well. But Yellow's eco just should be so sick. Let's take a look at the gathered resources already over here. And where is that stat? He isn't that far ahead when it comes to food and wood, but look at that, 400 gold, 400 stone already in his bank. That's just ridiculous.
What do you think about Green's choice of TC placement? Everyone else dropped their TC about as fast as they could on their initial island, but Green decided he was going to sail to the New World, and he built next to some berry bushes.
Apparently he wanted to go for some thrust towards the center or something. Wants to go for some control. I think your starting island has enough resources to build it at your basically starting island.
I think so. It's got a whole slew of gold there. It's got a lot. I mean, maybe if he had built in a slightly different location, I think you could justify it, but where it is right now, I think probably would have been better to build on his main island.
Well, he's getting a lot of extra resources, but still, it's questionable for sure. And yeah, I love the approach of Red here, who is building quite a lot of fishing ship for himself as well. And yeah, this should be pretty uncontested for quite some time in the center, and Yellow has to be happy with that.
I'm excited to see that Green is building something there in his barracks. I'm assuming it's militia. We'll see if I can see it in just about a second here. As soon as
and Yellow's opening all his walls.
Yeah, which seems like an interesting choice.
He deleted his starting TC. He will build his TC in the center of the map.
Oh, wow.
He has enough wood, and that's kind of weird. Why is he not building it yet?
Just hashtag snippy things, I guess. It's kind of...
Does not have a TC at the moment. And now where is he going? What is this?
He's going up to visit that hippo. I think he's mainly hoping he can fit his TC right there, but I think those trees in the corner are preventing it.
Snippy! And he might, honestly, if he's trying to build the TC over here, he might lose it to archers. Or maybe M&A from Green.
That would be the craziest deny in the history of TC denials.
The Dark Age TC denied.
Dark Age TC denied by 3 militia and...
Okay, he's building the TC now, no walls, and now the militia are coming! Don't tell me this is happening, Snippy!
I can't see the militia either. All right, I'm gonna
okay, I see them.
Because I cannot see any military units.
Okay, maybe we reload it. Now the militia are coming in, and those villagers, they don't even have loom, guys! And he can't upgrade loom because he does not have a TC. And I'm not sure if he can...
Because I love this.
Okay, and Yellow... Oh, you can wall it now. And an archer is only produced now. The militia need to run around. That was sloppy by Hasa raiding to not block that off properly. Oh, this could have been so ugly, but the nice quick wall giving him his TC up. That was sloppy by Green.
It's just like Ghostbusters over here. Villagers running away from nothing.
Okay, well, TC will go up. Oh, that was a fail by Green for sure. He could have denied that. Fighting off the 4 villagers. Didn't have loom. Quick, quote-unquote, quick wall. And now he's up to feudal age as well. But that will be a TC, like, very attackable here. We have a nice fish boom of Red, who's already up at pop 43. The others around pop 30. We see some booming. Remember, guys, this is one of the low qualifiers. We will have higher and more established, more known players later on this day and a lot tomorrow. They're all fighting for their spot in the final Sunday evening. Trying to wall some more here, but it's obviously a beautiful spot to fight for $200 and one of the best players in the world to maybe make it into the finals here. We have seen some upsets in some King of the Hippo tournaments before, but also have seen winners like Shadow, for example. I think, if I remember correctly, MBL even won one. Uh-oh, and now the walls over here. He is opening all this and might lose his scout, and Green is losing his monument, although he had the TC around. This is just so sloppy. Oh god, but now Green is losing everything. Don't tell me he's losing everything in the TC. No, there's not enough villagers to do the damage. Only 3 shooting arrows, and oh god, Yellow. Now he's probably, look at his resources. He has endless amount of resources. Now trying to tower himself towards the monument. This is so... You know what rhymes with Snippy? Sloppy. So how are we doing on your front, Will?
Well, everything is... Well, all military units are still invisible.
Okay.
I did just consult my rhyming dictionary, though, and sloppy and snippy, not quite there, a little bit forced. just restarted Voobly, so I'll hop back in and see how that goes. I am now kind of regretting all of the mod experimenting I was doing because I'm making a couple of graphics mods, and I may have tanked my a lot of my graphics files. I doubt it though, because they worked yesterday when I tested everything out. So
Maybe
we'll
deselect all mods or something.
yeah.
Okay, now Yellow is tower rushing his own monument, kind of, and still has no loom, losing 2 more villagers. He's at 22 villagers at the moment. And still, like, how will he get the control of the center? And now Green is trashing as well, and all this time, Green is just banking massive amount of resources. We have to remember this, guys. This is so good for Green. Same time, Red completely playing this uncontested, only lost his 1 scout, going for the big fish boom, 33 villagers. Orange is now going for the center as well, and has some nice potential here as well. At the moment it feels like probably Snippy, although he had the monument for the longest time in the worst spot here. Or even his TC is getting attacked and he does not have any villagers in it. Building a market on the outside. How are his resources looking? Oh god, he just could have clicked up ages ago. Building another tower, trying to leapfrog himself forward. But Green just camping the hill. Feudal Age aggression ever viable in King of the Hippo or King of the Hill mods? Well, not in normal mods, but as we said several times, you are gaining resources by controlling the monument. That's worth roughly 12 villages. And that's a nice eco boost, so fighting for it, really worth it with the addition of this mod. Uh-oh. Now fletching, but Green still found a sweet spot. And this will be impossible to tower for him. Like, he can't really build more towers in that area, can't really build more in this area. And, well, whenever you are back, you will just let me know and...
Yep, I'll butt in when I do, but it might be a while.
Okay. So, Yellow still going for some of his, now up to Castle Age as well. Could maybe build a castle, but still no control here. This is so unfortunate for Yellow. He invested so much. Look at his resources still. He can instantly go up to Imp even, but Red is setting himself up quite nicely. We're down to 300 years and... at the moment it feels like Red probably with the best build-up, the sickest eco, but goes for Longboat, something that won't really help him to contest the center. Could go for some more kills on the outside islands. Green could have some problems. I think at the moment Orange could have a reasonable spot for sure. Score is just dominant for Red though. Green running through the TCs and the towers. I don't really get that. What is he doing? I was hoping that the archers would run the other way around. Those are just some losses. Not the most pretty play for sure here. And Green now going for summer walls. Finally the mangonel, and I think this should clear up this army of Green, and then finally Yellow can get back what he wants so desperately. Red with more water control, fearing that someone could raid his fishing ship, but at the moment army, no one really has anything except some of those archers here on the mainland. Let's take a look at the Mongol shots coming up pretty soon. A castle now trying to defend himself towards the left hand side where Orange and Red might come from later on. Green, and finally let's take a look at his resources, and he banked up quite a bit as well, but now will eat the mango shots if Snippy is finally going for it. And yeah, we still have no loom from Snippy. That's so true. Now building another dock on the outside, but well, the Mongols player did build one galley. Let's take a look. Mangonel shot missed for now. 2 MA. There's no other Mangonel queued up, or is it? No, not, but yeah. They went down against all the towers, and now finally Yellow must be so happy. Oh, this should have been his for the last 26 minutes or like 24 minutes, I'd say. But yeah, he lost a lot of resources there. Orange now on the way to Imperial Age even. Red is going for more water control, and that's pretty annoying for green, and yellow losing some on water. Red up to Imperial Age as well, and feels like those two will contest the center. Not the highest amount of villagers here, but some fishing ship working for the players for sure. And then we have the question, Mongols or Vikings, who will play this better on the mainland? At the moment it's blocked quite heavily still for yellow. V holds this monument for 240 more years. He will win this game. The qualifier number 2 out of 8 qualifiers. Oh, and Mangonel getting the kill. That was not on a hill. And at the moment only one villager holding that monument. So maybe green can go for it. Maybe green can even attack that town center. Down to 1.7 KHP. Some villagers going very aggro here. Could lose their lives. Actually, they're desperately needed to control that area here. And maybe repair the TC if it's getting attacked. Going down to 1.6k. If he loses that before him, that would be just brutal. Let's take a look. 1 HP on that Mangonel. Should go for the kill here. Indeed he does. Oh, that TC 1.4k. Second Mangonel on the way as well. If we see another Mangonel from Snippy. No, not really. It's tricky. You could lose this TC. Snippy! Now building a Berserk where the CA controlling that. Now he's trying to go for the repair. 800 HP here. 75%. Is there another Mangonel of green coming in? No, not really. Green is not going for the attack either. Okay, Snippy will hold it here with 1k HP already. If he had his third Mangonel, or if he just went for some aggression there with the CA, could have been tricky. But Snippy will reach Imp, but soon after that will lose his TC. Ay, 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 ay. DC90 fine. And getting raided on the outside as well. Rudyman now heavily abusing the market. Goes for elite longboatman. Longboats, I mean. But no real setup for the center. And orange, we can see him go for it quite reasonably well. Boom the dummy here. Should have built the castle towards green. Well, he feared a lot of archers probably. But yeah, having the castle over here would surely give him some more time. Because green, he's still in his face. 20 villagers imp with Vikings is great. Well, you have the stronger eco, right? And remember, it is still with the monument, so it's more like 32 villagers. Or now 30 because he was only 18. Lost his fish and, well, will lose more. Lost some over here. This isn't looking too great for our player in the yellow trunks. Red heavily dominating when it comes to score. Let's see what he will do towards the center. We have orange not fighting for the center at all at the moment. The only guy who didn't even scout it. Let's take a look at his point of view. Well, he saw it. Apparently with the starting scout. But KD of 1-1 for now. Goes for Mango Dice. Goes for some more Rams. And he has to feel fine. Let's take a look. How does Red look? He sees a lot of stuff going on over there as well. And what is he going for now? I can see some scouts. Not really any castle production here. And longboats, well, that's some population that will be blocked and won't really help him. For the fight for the center. Villagers going down against the Mangonels here. Repair just in the last second. Nice job there. And yellow's just holding this monument still because of those two berserks. CA wanted to go in, losing their lives against the towers now. And yellow, he's still getting resources, but what is he up to? He's at pop 13. He has 3 more villagers in the center. The starting island is only getting stone. I don't really see yellow competing for the center here. Ay, ay, ay. Tough spot. Pop 14 for him. What a scrappy game. Orange, well, he is expanding. Some more Mango Dice, still only castle age though. like Castle Age Mangodice, I mean. He's an imp trying to run around with the villagers, and we will see yellow get the most kills here. Hip, 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 hippo. Nearly love. Peacock Rampage, thank you so much for 3 months. Okay. Red now going for the orange attack and a lot of rams, and now we have the chains of the monument. Now green will get all the resources, and he is at pop 80. Eddie Banks, thanks for your prime, my friend, as well. He only has 1 TC in the center, and let's see what he can really do to contest that. Where are yellow villagers? He only has 1 villager left. Now the elite Mangudai attack here for orange, who will easily snag that trap and should run away. Beautiful move here, moving away from range of the castle. And I want to see some traps from him. Guys, who do you think has the best shot here at the moment? It kind of has to be red or orange in my books. Orange with the better civilization. Red probably with the better like overall skill here. But going for maybe the wrong units. So decision making might be on point for orange here. Mongols, elite Mangodice, looks pretty strong. Yellow clearly. Oh, he's at pop 2 at the moment. And let me see. So that's 1 berserk and 1 villager trying to rebuild here. So Snippy, this is fine. He has a chance for the rebuild, guys. Don't count Snippy out. Nearly energy for Snippy, please, in the chat. Give him your energy. He is preparing the comeback. He has a resource in the bank. Only collecting 3 more wood, then he can build a second TC. He already is an Imperial Age as well. And he has this 1 berserk. Well, but then obviously he still has to fight 2 Mongols players and the Vikings guy who has massive amount of longbows, who could even snipe his TC probably from the outside. Now going for forging onages of the Ruddy Man. Mr. Ruddy Man for me. But that castle might go down. Green getting still the bonus of the monument. And guys, we are now at 100 years, so that's your time to spam some nearly years. Because from now on, it's really on. Now, if the owner switches, it will always go back up to 100 years, which we will see pretty soon. And that's a lot of Mangodice going down against the onages here. Didn't really get the kills in. Sorry, I was showing the center horse color now for green coming in. But that was a lot of losses here for orange, who's now down to only 8 military, not having the stable or archery range upgrades. So only blacksmiths for him for now. And green has to be pretty happy, especially because red and orange are fighting against each other, not taking too much control over there, and oranges might be a pretty good unit choice here at the moment. Longboat's getting some more kills in here at the side. Pretty sweet job for him, but is that what he really needs? Orange going for some more snipes. The traps trying to hold another castle coming around here. And green, 78 years, no one is caring about the center. He could just go for the kill here, being far behind in score, only 100 population, but at the moment orange is losing everything. Red is not really advancing either. He might fly under the radar of this game. Yellow, well, he's getting a market, he's getting a castle as well. The comeback is real. Green only now tagging to Imperial. He might win this game in castle, and now Loom from Snippy. Your typical 40-minute loom timing, and people not caring about the center enough. KOTH6 are not found indeed. Let me take a look. Did he maybe move away? No, he's just muted, trying to find some stuff. We might have him for another qualifier though. Workfire, I want to hear some more of his jokes and insights.
If you want someone to give you an overall view of the economic situation, I can do that like gangbusters, because I can see villagers. So if you want to know what villagers are up to, I'm your man. But okay, otherwise, I'm changing some stuff up.
Okay, what's the villager count of Snippy at the moment?
I'm not sure. I uninstalled the game and I'm reinstalling it.
Oh god,
So I'll be back.
that bad. Okay, he just
So I'll probably leave
is
this
it
one.
Penta templed? Penta templed his villager account. He's now up to 5, and luring boars again. That's looking good for him. 49 years for green, and it's just red and orange ignoring the center. They're not really realizing what this game is all about. Poison even in the chat. Welcome, and take the blue pill with 7-month resub. Thank you so much, my friend. We have a lot of CAs now, and let's take a look. Berserks, not a lot of upgrades on those. Longboats trying to find some kills at the edge of the map. Interesting party. Hoardings for red. They need to go for the center here. Only 38 years. Why is no one trying to contest the center? The guys, this could be one of the most anticlimactic King of the Hippos we ever had if no one is really going for it. Red and orange, they have to team up. The upgrades on green's units are pretty bad though, only now going for Botkin arrow. And problem for orange already also is just getting over there. Like the wood is really blocking a lot of this area. Red, he can attack over here. Berserks could go for it. They're still pretty strong. +2, +4, healing themselves. Orange just need to come over, but that's 25 years. Where are they coming from? Orange trying to fight off that army. That's just stupid. And now you might need to attack middle now, is what yellow says. And yellow is right. Okay, red is now moving in. This is 20 years. Every green unit in the center needs to fall down so that the monument owner changes. Orange is now coming over as well. Red is going for the kill against the knight. That's just not very efficient. Red is moving in and eating a lot of shots of those 3 manglers. That's a lot of berserks already going down before the fight really starts. This is 15 years. Berserks, they're not elite, and red is just really surprised how much army there is. He is moving in, forgot about the center. Let's see, we have 11 years. If all the CAs can die, the berserks need to focus those down. Elite Mango dies now in the back. Green shouldn't really screw this up. Let's see if they can focus this down properly. It's down to 8 years. Green is doing pretty poorly, not sending in more army. He needs to send in all the villagers and then he wins this game, but he might lose all his CA. This is just so sloppy. Let's see, 5 years. This is 4 more units left. Let me see. Don't tell me this. No, green. This is so bad. This was so bad. Oh no. How did they do this? Green! Look at Green, he had so much stuff. If he just sends villagers over, he could have won this game. Oh god, it was like 4 years left and suddenly Red is the owner of the monument. Oh god, Katia nearly cries, nearly fails, face palms and everything in the chat. That was just one of the biggest throws of King of the Hippo history. This is just like, oh god, that was just... Asha rating. Well, he really enjoys this game apparently and wanted to continue some more. And well, he gives himself another shot. Let's send that Mangonite back to the front. Oh god, what are we witnessing? Yeah, he didn't want to win yet. And I honestly, I was fake hyping it a bit because I felt like, yeah, he just does not need to lose his army and wins the game. But, well, he did exactly that, so... And now losing some over here, so the game will continue, and yellow's back to top 15, guys. If yellow wins this, I think... I'm not sure what I will do, but he will be given something from me. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe see that NAC 2. Sniffy for NAC 2 champion, guys. Oh, this is just Green. What did Green do here? I really have in troubles casting because I have too many tears in my eyes. Okay, orange taking back the wonder, but now green taking back the wonder, and we're always jumping back to 100 years. At the same time, longboats doing quite a nice job of arresting green. Red has a lot of control, still 24 fishing ship, a lot of longbows that aren't really doing a lot though at the edge of the map. Just think about it, if he had like 2-3 cannon guns, that could do so much more as well. And now we need mango dice, should be a pretty nice unit, unless he runs into all these oranges, but knights are now doing a great job, actually, for orange. Oh, guys. I really didn't expect this coming. How did he lose all this? He had so many units around. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, orange back in wonder control. That's not because he wants to, just because his waypoints are bad. And Mangudais are always passing. Just passing. No ballistics here for green either. Didn't have any eco defense upgrades, no bloodlines either. All of which could have helped him holding that center area. Okay. Orange now going for it. Let's take a look. He could maybe eat some Onager shots. Not really just yet. Nice snipe here. And green has the center area. And red and orange must have just felt like, okay, that's just all calculated here. No problem at all. Like, if we just double team him, we will always get him off the monument. But yeah, that was just so weird. Ugh. Oh, down to pop 14, so he got raided a bit. Poor yellow player. Well, he can just go for longbows as well. He is in. He is Vikings. Another castle for orange. Now squires for red, who is still without elite berserks. Does he have any gold control on the outside? He's controlling so much on the outside, but not really getting any gold at the moment. Kind of weird. And no gold over here, so yeah, red at the moment with no gold income. Only 20 and he's stuck with that. At the same time, green is always getting gold from the monument. And oh, getting some gold on the outside, still has some on his main island, so that's good for him. Oh god, but now big on his shots. Oh, running in the last second here. Spoon the dummy. Then we pop 16. He must enjoy life. Onagers. Nice split here. Okay, good Onager shot. That was a good shot for sure. And is he running into another one? Shouldn't really go for it. Nice snipes here. Has one less range. And that was some losses. And now he's going back, licking his wounds. 84 years for green at the same time. Is he trying to move in here? Some shots. And he's eating more and more. Not the greatest micro here by our orange player. And he's eating more. Trying to go for some snipes. But it's not really happening. Grouping up quite a bit of rams. 3 castles working for him, and green has to be happy controlling this whole center area. He's going for Mangudais himself now, and ballistics finally for orange. Red with the 2-to-1 KD. A lot of longboats that might die to the castle now. The rest in the deficit when it comes to KD. The only thing more ripped than the Mangudai micro is Sniffy. Somewhat true. Pikeman now for a Vikings player. 60 years for green left, and those rams should be really good against those CA. Not a lot of Mangudais around to really contest that. Exclamation mark settings won't really help you. You can see it is the tournament that we are playing, King of the Hill qualifiers here. We have 8 qualifiers and we'll have a finals of all the winners in the end. This is a week and long tournament. Roughly, I'd say 20 hours of content coming your way. We're only in qualifier number 2. Now 50 years left. Whoever is controlling this monument when this timer is going down wins this qualifier. Does anyone have imp upgrades for units? We have elite Mangudais here, we have Bracer, we have Onager upgrade, we have +4/+4 on those berserks, which are healing themselves, so good for them. 44 years here, and I believe orange and red need to communicate to fight for that center. Otherwise it's green winning this one, but that's what I said, or kind of wanted to say earlier before. He's mixing up some knights with a very little upgrade on those, and a landing of red here against green. Not sure if that's the most important thing ever. And he's leaving that monument again. This is so sloppy. He just needs to control that center area and wins the game. Let's take a look. Orange now moving in. No patrol here. Now he's patrolling this, killing some of the knights. Don't tell me if those 4 knights and the trap is going down. Orange will have the center control again. And look at that again. Green has so much army here. Why is he not having the center? Oh, God. Now back to 100 years again. Oh, Orange just going for the quick snipe. Great. Oh, God. Okay. Orange has a lot of resources, lacking a bit of wood. Green has a nice amount of resources here as well. Now taking the fight again. And the troll is really not sure if he's trolling, but playing without bloodlines at the moment. Playing without +2 till +4 defense upgrades. And those Mangudais will just track against this, or through this very under upgraded army here of the green player. Now controlling the center. Going for pikemen, but we don't have the unique tech of the Vikings just yet. KOTH6, welcome to the channel. This game never starts, never ends. Has any of the players reached pop limit yet? Well, red is on a good way, right? He's even getting the stone here. Defensive castle now from green. I want to see some traps as well. Monument owner will change red to green to orange. It's not like he desperately needs those resources anymore though, but still, it's just giving you some. It's, I believe, like 2 or 3 Vitora. So, doesn't hurt. Important info about the MVP Snippy. Let's take a look. He is going back onto gold. Now attacking the longboat. Well, he has 13 villagers, so surely he can spare some. And, well, he goes down to 12 now and is killing the longboat. So, it's looking good for him. It's looking good. Comeback is real. He still has 2 palisades here in the center as well. Might help him out in the long run. 84 years. Murder holds now for green. Who is not taking the monument just yet. Needs to move in a bit further. He's building some traps. Could repair those. He's going for a lot of skirmishes now. No chemistry just yet. And Ruddy Man, he is getting himself onto quite a nice army. 90 military for him. And is now wiping out the whole island of green, who is having no TCs in the center yet. So that will be tricky for him. Although he has quite a lot of villagers. So yeah, he had a TC earlier, obviously. 90 years for green, but he has very little answer to mass rams for sure. Mangudai is still non-elite and still without probably stable or archery range upgrades. Snippy, 10 villagers, pop 12 for him. Looks good for a comeback. Orange at the same time, a lot of idle villagers here, has a solid eco and is now going on to some stables, so wants to add some hussars against all the skirmishers in the center, which won't perform too well against the army of red though, who is finally getting onto some gold, and he wiped out orange from his island. Green from his island. Now some engagement here. Green needs to fall back. That's a scary army of Boom the Dummy. And he will just smash through green here. Needs to focus down all the Mangudais. He is. Skirm should be in front, fighting against the Mangudais, taking some more damage. And that's what he's beautifully doing. Now we have red coming from behind. So that's sandwich against orange here. And he needs to retreat. But that means a lot of his rams are going down without really contesting the center. Beautiful job here by green holding that. Obviously, orange couldn't really commit, was fearing this sandwich there against red. Down to 69 years. Zergs will kill this. Well, those aren't elite and those aren't with, how's it called? War Chief, I believe. 64. Maybe another engagement through the center. Could be an option. Cannon galleons on the side here. Green in some real troubles, now trying to get some transporters out, even 4, and get some more of the villagers towards the center, but longboats could wait there and intercept him. We'll take a close look into that as I showed through the center. I'm opening the door and then I'm back. It's chieftains? Okay. Oh boy. Only 5 villagers can fit in those transporters, but red is now coming over and is intercepting all this. Let's see, villagers going down. One transporter would make it home. The other one is trying to somewhat sneak around, but that one is getting shut down. Berserks are coming over, so 5 villagers will leave with their lives still there, and 44 years here. The Rams now in the front. Red is coming over as well. Green is losing a lot of army, trying to have the hill control there. All the scums in the center now. Red needs to engage against Green as well. Ones are coming from this side. All the Rams in the front are somewhat dying. They shouldn't really fight against each other. That's Orange and Red. I think they need to go more for the center control. That's not the greatest team play. Green has to be happy how this engagement is going. He does not really want to retreat, does not want to give them time to maybe team up and go for the center. This was somewhat okay for him, but still a lot of Rams left here. Green wants to live at Snippy's land. Well, it's 2 castles there. It will be pretty tricky. And now they're communicating. Let's go for middle, and he's eating some Onager shots from behind. 29 years here. Orange is in desperate need to take that hill area. Does not want to take any shots from behind. If Red is going to take those Mangudais down, this could be the win for Green, but I said that earlier. Red is doing a great job of not trying to fight against Orange here. And now Orange is patrolling in, letting Red pass through. That is actually pretty nice gameplay. And Orange now focusing down all the Mangudais. Beautiful job here. But the Berserks are going to the wrong direction. 20 years, but it feels like Orange is taking it over again. There's not a lot of meat left in here. Scums now moving forward. We're down to 17 years. Orange, you need to engage us. Green, is he? Don't tell me he's going back. That is the one villager actually holding the monument for him at the moment. He's completely retreating with all his army. Orange will take the monument over, and indeed he is. This is a nice back and forth game if I've ever seen one. Pop 145 for Red. Orange with 110. Green lost so much on the outside against all those boats. He is trying to, well, even hold on to his castle, which will be tricky for him. He might be out of this. I think this looks better and better for Orange here, simply because he has the better civilization for the long game of the 2 real contestants here, Red and Orange, for this game. 90 years now for him, so he is getting all the resources in the world as well. Berserks now still being produced. Relic count non-existent. Orange only down to 1 castle though. How did he lose all those castles? Didn't really realize that. 85 years here, and well, Red is losing a lot of traps. Green is trying to defend that. Who's now down to pop 40. Oh god, 1 TC here at the top, but that could get raided quite easily. And guess who's back? Snippy's back on the main island. 26 villagers for him, and this would be so funny if he gets back on this. Oh. Snippy has higher pop than Green pretty soon. If that's all lost, and that's pretty likely, honestly. He's trying to migrate more to the left-hand side, but that's Scums going down, Mangudais going down without really fighting. Red is going more for the center here after he completely ate the island of Green. But that has to be an unstoppable army for Orange here. Red is not really grouping up too much. And VNS Cool is even happy with that game. Snippy back to pop 29, Green down to pop 15. And 60 years. Orange, like, oh god, the upgrades on those hussars non-existent. But does it really matter? Okay, Red needs to group up. He needs to go for 1 big push. But 70 military of the Vikings against 75 military of a Mongols player. That should really go into the favor against the guy who has the higher tech army, has the hill advantage, defender's advantage as well, and is constantly producing in there. Red needs to make something happen now. Biggest onager shots are needed here into all those Mangudais, and we've seen Red player making that happen earlier, so it is still an option to claim that back, but Red really needs to go for it. The villagers over here from Green obviously dying. Where is the rest of Green? Trying to get casual berries now. Okay, we need big onager shots, guys. Pray for big onager shots for Ruddyman. Send him your energy. We're down to 44 years. This looks pretty good. We will see one last big engagement here. Red against Orange. Maybe it won't be the last one. Maybe Red can win it. Oh god, he's now even killing his own. Oh, that's not a good start into the fight if you're killing or some pikemen. You need every single unit. We are far away from being maxed out. We need big onager shots. Let's take a look how green can do this, but this is so much HP over here as well. Killing all those rams will be tricky. There's so many hussars around there. One big go from Ruddy Man. The onagers have to be well protected. There was one big one I just shot Kappa. Okay, going back further. Rams now trying to reposition themselves. Traps aren't really doing much. Pikemen trying to protect here. We have 29 more years. Pikemen a bit over eager. They should wait for the onagers. Don't really move in here. Now the onagers are not protected. No ground attack coming over here. And this is the fight. Oh god, and he's killing more of his own units again. None of the rams went down, all the onagers are getting sniped down, and boom, the dummy will take this one here with 23 years left. I'm already calling it. I don't see anyone really contesting. Snippy going for a casual double bit X timing here at the 77-minute mark. There's still some hussars left, not the great amount of army for sure, and unless Boom the dummy is just clicking all his army away, he got this. And Snippy actually back to pop 51 in this game. He wasn't out. Now going for longbows. He is trying to fight himself back into this, but as you can see, red won't really stand a chance against that amount of deadly Mongols army, and Boom the dummy will be the second one to qualify to play into the finals on Sunday evening, compete for the $200 prize pool, even sending in villagers, so he really knows how to play this. And Red is doing a beautiful job of still trying his very best, shooting and killing a lot of units. We see Orange dropping down to below pop 120, but 4 years left. This is the GG, and that's what Red is saying as well. What a nice game. A lot of highlight scene, a lot of face palms, but a truly entertaining games, and we will have more of those qualifiers with more players to come and with higher caliber players as well. So you should tune in for the other qualifiers as well. If you enjoyed this one, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy the other ones as well. GG, well played to Boom the dummy. Red contested pretty nicely as well, but in the end that engagement is pretty tough. Obviously against the Mongols he has a mobility advantage. Mango Dice are just an incredible unit as well. Green had a good shot but just wasted it here, and Snippy, well, him just having some holes over here and letting the orange, oh no, that gate let the green army in as well. Oh, not the highest level of gameplay, but a truly entertaining one. We can all agree on that. It gets better than this. I don't want to make any promises, but yeah, that's very likely. G to the G. KD, you can see it here. Ruddy Man got huge amount of kills. Green lost so much. Just not having great upgrades there really hurt him as well. Map exploration, you saw a lot of water control there for Ruddy Man as well. All the others more focusing on themselves and then the center. And yeah, what an entertaining game. And I like this map quite a bit.